8 signs someone's hiding feelings for you. Understanding the emotional landscape of others can be tricky, especially when feelings aren't openly expressed. Are you picking up signals but are unsure if someone is indeed concealing their feelings for you? Recognizing these subtle cues could help clarify the situation and decide your next move. So, let's dive into the 8 telltale signs someone might be hiding their feelings for you. Welcome to another Tip Daily video. 1. They often pay extra attention to you. Ever notice how some people seem to show an exceptional interest in everything you do or say? This might be more than just simple friendliness. In fact, it could be an indication that they're hiding deeper emotions for you. They're dialed into your life, curiously hanging onto your every word, and keenly interested in your thoughts, feelings, and experiences. A trip to the grocery store or a casual chat with a friend becomes a riveting story in their eyes. What's even more telling is how they remember the smallest details from your conversations. That a fan comment about your favorite childhood book, or that story about your high school graduation. They recall them like it was their own memory. It's not just about being a good listener. It's about demonstrating genuine care and concern for your well-being. So if someone is making you feel seen, heard, and valued, they could very well be masking their affection for you behind this heightened attentiveness. 2. Their body language is telling. Have you ever heard of the saying, "Actions speak louder than words"? Well, in this context, it couldn't be more accurate. When someone has deep-seated feelings for you they're trying to keep hidden, their body language often gives them away. Think about how they act when you're in the room. Do they mirror your actions, like sipping coffee at the same time or crossing their legs when you do? These are subconscious gestures that suggest they're tuned into your vibe. What about eye contact? If they hold your gaze for longer than most people do, they could be communicating an unspoken affinity for you. And let's not forget about those face touchers. If someone brushes their hair away from their face, tugs on their earlobe, or rubs their chin when you're around, it's another nonverbal hint they could be harboring hidden feelings. Also, notice their personal space. Does this person lean in when you talk, sitting or standing closer to you than others? This can suggest a yearning for a deeper connection. They want to be near you, to share in your space and experiences. 3. They often seem nervous around you. A jittery demeanor around you may be a subtle indication of someone's concealed feelings. They may not be their usual calm and collected selves when you're present. Their speech could become faster, their jokes might tumble out clumsily, and they could fumble with objects around them. These signs of nervousness are often due to the fear of messing up and possibly jeopardizing the existing relationship. It's as if they're walking on eggshells, trying to ensure they don't reveal too much or say something that could be misconstrued. They might even avoid eye contact, constantly reposition themselves, or display other classic signs of unease. This can be especially evident if their confidence seems to evaporate when you enter the room, only to return when you leave. Remember, everyone gets nervous from time to time, but if their nervousness seems uniquely linked to your presence, it could be a signal of hidden affection. Keep in mind, though, not everyone who appears nervous has a secret crush. Sometimes, people are just nervous, but it's a piece of the puzzle worth considering when you're trying to decipher someone's concealed emotions. 4. They find excuses to spend time with you. If someone has hidden feelings for you, they'll find countless reasons to share the same air as you. They'll craft creative ways to interact with you, sometimes under the most innocent of pretenses. For instance, they might offer to lend a hand with your office presentation, or propose a coffee catch-up just because. You might even notice them appearing at your regular haunts, seemingly by coincidence. These are not random happenstances, but rather orchestrated encounters intended to create opportunities to be near you. Now, they're not stalking you. They're simply seizing every chance to revel in your company, however fleeting these moments may be. The more instances they construct to hang out with you, the stronger the indication that they're harboring feelings they're striving to keep under wraps. 5. Their conversations tend to get personal. When you chat with someone concealing their emotions for you, the conversation tends to delve into personal territory more often than not. It's like they're constantly trying to peel back the layers, craving a deeper understanding of who you truly are. They might subtly steer the conversation towards your ambitions, hopes, and life experiences. They are likely to reciprocate by opening up about their own journey, weaving a tapestry of shared vulnerability and trust. This dance of disclosure is their way of fostering emotional intimacy, often a cornerstone of romantic relationships. They might ask about that road trip you took last summer or the story behind your favorite painting. They may be curious about your stance on significant matters, such as love, career, and personal growth. All these elements serve as building blocks to a more profound bond. So, the next time the chatter becomes a heart-to-heart, it might be a sign that their feelings for you are more than platonic. The sincerity in these conversations is their way of gradually bridging the gap between friendship and something potentially more, all while keeping their emotions camouflaged. It's like they're silently saying, "I want to know you, all of you." So, pay attention to these in-depth dialogues. They might just be hinting at a concealed affection. 6. They show signs of jealousy. Have you ever noticed how their mood subtly shifts when you mention other friends or potential romantic interests? This might be their hidden feelings peeking through the veil. When you share stories about other people in your life, especially those you're close to, their reactions might not mirror the casual responses you would typically expect. Instead, they might appear a bit unsettled or subtly try to steer the conversation elsewhere. Imagine a scenario where you're talking about the amazing time you had at the movies with a friend. If they respond with an unexpected change of topic or a vague comment that lacks their usual enthusiasm, it could be a sign of concealed jealousy. They might also throw in seemingly innocent inquiries about the nature of your relationships with others, aiming to gauge where they stand in comparison. And what about those moments when they appear a little too curious about your dating life? It could all be indicative of hidden affections they harbor for you. Their eyes might also give them away. 7. They compliment you often. Are you frequently on the receiving end of accolades from someone in your life? Do they often highlight your wit, applaud your sense of style, or admire your resilience in challenging situations? If their compliments are more frequent and heartfelt than most, it might be more than just a friendly appreciation. It could be an indication of concealed feelings. When someone is secretly smitten by you, they see you through a lens that magnifies all your desirable qualities. Whether it's your infectious laughter, the way you passionately talk about your hobbies, or even how you handle setbacks, they notice it all. Keep in mind that everyone enjoys giving and receiving compliments, and this act of kindness doesn't always signify romantic feelings. But if someone's compliments make you feel special and noticed in a way that others don't, it might be a sign that there's more to their admiration than meets the eye. This flurry of praise could be their way of subtly saying, "I see you, and I value you more than you realize." So, tune into these uplifting words, for they could be revealing someone's hidden emotions. 8. They act differently around you. Have you observed any noticeable changes in their behavior when you're around? Someone harboring secret feelings for you may display a distinct shift in their demeanor. This might be a conscious effort to camouflage their emotions, or it could be a case of nerves playing up, unsure of how their affections would be received. For instance, they may turn unusually talkative, filling every silence with conversation, as though trying to maximize their interaction with you. On the flip side, they can become surprisingly quiet, their mind preoccupied with thoughts they aren't ready to reveal. Their actions could swing between being excessively attentive to unusually aloof, a seesaw of emotions they're grappling to control. This change could also manifest in how they interact with others in your presence. They might exhibit a heightened sense of humor or a sudden burst of energy, almost like they're trying to impress you. People act differently for numerous reasons, and it's important not to jump to conclusions. However, if this shift seems to be consistently linked to your presence, it might be another piece of the puzzle hinting at their concealed emotions. Thanks for watching.